Okay, well, seeing that the Gemini is kind of indisposed at the moment, I'm going to start packing for RAGBRAI. So hopefully we can get the bike fixed by Thursday, and then we will go from there. So I'm just going to do a quick little rundown of what I will be bringing with me this year on RAGBRAI. So yeah, we'll kind of get that settled. Cool beans. So that's what I'll be taking. It looks like a whole heck of a lot of stuff, but it's really not that much. Just my chair, my tent, the rainfly. This is a sheet over my my air mattress for Zen Bivy. Helmet, 2 water bottles, and a pillow. And a quilt. So yeah, I'll get this smooshed into the dry bag real quick, and it's gonna look a lot different. So, hi-ya. If I remember where all the dry bags are. Dry bag 1, dry bag 2. Yeah, I was saying yesterday or the day before that I would like to get a different bag setup, but then I just got to thinking, I'm so used to my microwave panniers that it's gonna be weird if I end up with something else back here, like everything's gonna feel out of place. So, yes sir. You see fluffy stuff. But yeah, I'll put you guys on the time lapse real quick, and then I'll get this shoved into the bags. Before I monkey with this, I'm doing one really bad thing that I don't suggest anybody do, but I have never bikepacked with this bike. It's gonna get loaded, the brakes are gonna get fixed, hopefully by Thursday, and we're gonna run 128 miles down to Orange City. First time ever. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. So I don't recommend doing it that way. At least do an overnighter. But hey, sometimes you just gotta run before you can walk. See, this is gonna be my issue. I'm not gonna be able to load the bike. Because usually I have a kickstand that I can use in order to keep the bike upright. Okay, so sleep system and whatchamacallit is in here. So what I usually do is I end up putting a couple drone batteries in here also. So we'll see how that works out this time. Mayday, I think, or Houston, I think we have a problem. Whoa. So what I just noticed is how close this here is, and I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. I'm gonna have to try the back side of the rack then. Just little problems like these that you come across while you're either loading or unloading or riding the bike. I don't remember what I did with my other tool yesterday. I don't even know if I'm in the frame. Yeah, something like that. Okay, finally found my other tool. I was looking for it yesterday, but I couldn't find it. So yeah, all I'm gonna do now, I think this distance here is gonna be too shallow or too short. And I'm gonna have to move the rack to the back mount here, which I'm not completely against either. I have a couple more of the rods coming from the seat stay tomorrow, I think is what I've seen on the Tumbleweed website. They should be here, so that would then allow me to have longer, like push the rack further back. Oliver, are you hot? I'm not even sweating. The AC just kicked on. So he's laying in front of the vent. How's this looking? Are we looking pretty good? If you're asking my honest opinion, it almost looks better than the 600X. I think that's about straight up and down. Difference nonetheless. Pull this off and see how it looks. What do you think? I think that might work. I don't know if this made much of a difference. Yeah, holy cow. Just that little bit. Me and my big feet. Perfect. Alrighty. So I didn't need the other little stays. That's good. Then I don't have to try and take this apart again. Now I just really hope that my parts for my brakes show up here. Cool beans. If I had a nickel for every time I drop a freaking tool, I'd be able to retire. I might actually have some room in here to throw in some tent stakes, potentially. Perfect, talking through my setup. So, what do you want to know? I have a Dragonfly 2-person tent from Nemo Equipment. I run around with a Nemo Moonlight Elite chair. Completely unnecessary, but it is extremely nice when you get done at night to be able to lounge in a chair, or even just having lunch somewhere alongside the road, or you don't have to sit on a rock. I mean, it is kind of nice sitting on the floor every once in a while, but yeah, a chair is just that much better. As far as a sleep system, that is a Zen Bivy setup with a Repeat SL Big Agnes sleeping pad. And I do things a little differently. So I leave my sleeping pad inside of my tent, and then I just find a different spot for my tent stakes if they don't want to fit, and my rainfly. Because the rainfly I can shove into like these little cracks on the side of my panniers. And then the 10 stakes can either live in my frame bag, if I had a frame bag on this bike, versus like on this bike, or I can just shove them in here or zip tie them somewhere to the frame. The 10 poles, I mean. And then clothing is pretty much, I try and stick with merino wool as much as possible. So I have these outer vitals, what are these called? Ventus? Turn hoodie. I don't know. I'll put the name like here. I have two of these. One gray one and one redder one. I usually run around with two of these 11 pine, whatchamacallit, liners. And then also their pants that go with them. I've got a blue one and a black one. And shower passes. I don't know if they still make these, but shower pass merino wool shirts. And I like them for a couple of reasons. They don't smell as bad when you do start sweating. Hi, what's up? Hi. 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 Yeah. I'm gonna chew it alive here pretty soon. But yeah, anyway. The only crappy thing with merino wool is it loves like hook and loop Velcro straps and cat hair. It is insane. So I've got two Maine Coons, Oliver and Molly. And no. Oliver and Molly, and then Jessi has a domestic short hair. Please don't. That's gonna hurt. Here, take it. Anyway, okay, so let's get this put on here. But yeah, and then as far as like a helmet, this is a Smith Forerunner 2. Do like the 3/4 helmet. And as far as cockpit wise, Garmin 1040 Solar. And I just upgraded to this one. I had a Wahoo Element, but I always had to frickin' charge it. So I got tired of that, so that's why I ended up opting for the solar variant for less charging. And it's been pretty good so far. Haven't had any major concerns. Oh, I should probably say this is the Bikepacking variant of this tent, so it's got the shorter 10 stakes. So I'm able to actually fit it in between my drop bars, which is nice. Very nice. And then in my other dry belt, I usually just off we go. Oh, one other thing. Hold on one second. It is kind of super nice to take a towel with you, especially if you have access to showers. And this one here is a Nomadics. As you can see, it's a fairly decent sized towel. I mean, you don't need all of this, but it folds up so flat. It is super light. Very nice. It's not a conventional towel like where you wipe and dry. This is more like a pad and dry. Like this feels fine, but once you're wet, it kind of sticks to you. It's almost like rubber. It is all, however, made out of recycled plastic, or there's some percentage of it out of recycled plastic, which I thought was kind of cool. What else? And then I'm still waiting. So I bought 2 tail fin bags, one for the triangular bag underneath the saddle, and then the one in the front. So I'll probably throw like my phone in the front and a couple batteries in this one right here. I don't remember what like a seat tube? No, a seat tube? I don't know. Whatever this bag is called, this little triangular piece here. And I'll show it to you guys when it shows up. I think that's also supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm gonna run clipless this time. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll find out, I guess. Clipless and brakeless. So, yeah, anyway. What else? Oh, and I suppose all my 3D printed stuff that I'll be taking along too. Let me go grab it. I haven't quite figured out yet how I want to like haul all of this, but I'll give you a brief overview of what I have got going on here. So obviously I'll be on RAGBRAI, so I figured, seeing that we're all sleeping in tents, yeah, I quit eating the box. I'll try and like make some tents for RAGBRAI in different colors, flavors, and sizes. Well, not sizes, they're all the same size, but different colors. And that kind of brought on like the bonfire. But yeah, so I have a love sign, just love on the one side. And then, because we all need a little love in our life, a little campfire, like so. The tents, this one here has got it's a dark blue with a red and a gray underside. This one here is a little more conventional, gray underside, green top, and that one is half off. There'll be a couple of these little gravel sign or keychain, and then various amount of variations of cat paws or pet paws. So if you like cats, or you like dogs, or if you like paws, I'll have some of those as well. So I don't know exactly how many I have. My printer has been running non-stop. I might make another couple of the some more of the gravel ones, because I do kind of like this, and I feel like this is almost more appealing to riders than like the fireplace. But I am extremely proud of my fireplaces though. Like the little bonfires, they came out way better than expected. I'll probably hang them somewhere along the lines here, just so you guys can all see them, find them, so forth and so on. And yeah, that's kind of my RAGBRAI setup for the week. So I'm riding down from Fairmont to Orange City on Saturday. So if you see two loaded bikes heading west, honk. And then joining up with the ride, we'll be coming back from Orange City to Milford on Sunday, from Milford to Esterville on Monday. And then somewhere along the lines on Tuesday, we're kind of south in northern Iowa here, south of Fairmont. Stefan and I will probably take a left and then start heading back towards home on Tuesday. So I want to see if I can talk Stefan into at least going to like Swea City and then turning left and coming back before RAGBRAI like veers off to the right. But we'll see how he feels. He's got some ankle issues and all that kind of fun jazz. But yeah, so that's kind of the setup. I can't really pack her in completely now because I don't want to get her all packed up and then I gotta switch it over to the 600X. That's gonna suck. But yeah, and then as far as like, so we're planning on leaving like 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. And all I have is this little 700 lumen Bontrager light. I bought this for my first bike light back when I first bought the 600X. So we'll see how this holds up. Oh, and I guess as far as like camera equipment, I'm taking you along, like with the Osmo. I'll have my 15 Pro Max and my drone. Looking at all the stuff I want to take along with, I'm kind of running out of room. But yeah, I'll probably just throw those in like Ziploc bags or something and do something like that with it. But yeah, might as well fold this one up, get it put away. Oh, where I was going with that conversation about the week. So I'm thinking, I've seen a couple people online saying like $70 to $100 per day for food. It's very dependent on your appetite and how much alcohol you consume. Not that I have anything about consuming alcohol, that's completely up to you. I don't know, just alcohol in general seems to be super expensive on like bicycle routes. But yeah, anyway, let's see. So I'm planning probably, I don't know, I want to say like $70, maybe $50, because I do like to eat. That's like one of my favorite things. But yeah, if you're doing the whole week on RAGBRAI, like I did last year, I don't remember how much money I took with me. But there were quite a few places where I was, oh, that's why I'm missing. There was quite a few places where I was able to use my debit card. Like a lot of the food trucks, they'll have spots where you can use cards. But then also don't rely on those in a way. Food trucks and yeah, so don't rely on those specifically. Or not rely on for food trucks, I mean rely on the method of payment for the food truck. And yeah, I mean, you are in Iowa, so try and support the locals instead of the food trucks coming out of California. I love you guys, but yeah, you know what I said. You know what I mean. But yeah, so if you see me on RAGBRAI, holler, say hi, something. I haven't quite found my comfort level yet in just shoving a camera in somebody's face and starting to talk to them on the camera. I'm more of like this kind of camera person. But yeah, usually I'm more interested in what you've got to say than me flipping the camera around. But I'll have to work on that at some point. There's definitely gonna be a couple follow-up videos of RAGBRAI. Just a couple days that I'm gonna be on it. And I started making videos for RAGBRAI last year, but I kind of fell out of recording. So it started out really good. And then by day number 3 or 4, it kind of dwindled down to like just a couple pictures a day. I don't know if the ride just got to me or what the scoop was, but yeah, it was fun last year. Definitely, I would definitely do it again. So this year I'm doing a little different. I'm bagging, and I'm not with a charter at all. So I'm out here in no man's land trying to find my own way. So I'll kind of try and like piece together a bagger's perspective of RAGBRAI. I'm pretty sure there's probably people out there that's already done something like that, but that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is if you're bagging to RAGBRAI and bagging through RAGBRAI. Now, I'm not doing the whole route, but I'll have at least a couple nights of experience to at least bring you along for it. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the breaks. And we'll go from there. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for the RAGBRAI videos. I am working on my Utah-Wyoming trip videos as well. I had a couple drone videos come in, or drone jobs come in that I had to finish first. So yeah, I'm juggling a few balls. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.